Why does mom nagging and giving advice? Because she feels that you have grown up, have your own ideas, and have your own world. You don't need her as much as you did when you were a kid. Deep down, she felt a sense of loss. She once held a very important position in your heart, which once gave her a great sense of intimacy and value, which made her willing to pay a lot for you, and be very happy. But now, everything. She is quietly changing. She also wants to feel like she has a place in your world, so she wants to give you advice, and offer to help you. If you don't express your difficulties, she can only assume that you have them. But you don't need it anymore. Did MOF's advice work? Sometimes. It's not that her suggestion is actually useful to you, but after her suggestion, you are willing to refute her, and chat with her. So her advice is useful to her. She offers you something else and you don't respond. You won't take the initiative to talk to her about your difficulties, you won't tell her your little secrets, and you won't take the initiative to share with her. But after she gives you advice, you get impatient, angry, and begging her to stop talking. You start to take your attention away from your own little world and respond to her. Yes, although you are talking impatiently, communication is rest. Odd after all. Impatient, angry, and complaining are part of the family atmosphere, and it's better than to people playing on their phones without disturbing each other. This is the breath of life. Does your block work? When you say to your mother, I don't need your advice, stop giving me advice, can you shut up? What mom heard, you don't need her anymore. You only said you didn't need her advice, but you didn't say you needed anything from her. In her world, she has always used her social experience to connect with you, which is where she once had a sense of achievement. Now, you say you don't need it. This hit her hard, and she didn't want to accept it. No one is willing to be abandoned, especially those who have given a lot to themselves. So she had to resist and couldn't shut up, so what should I do now? Mom is not worthless. Although many of her cognitions are not as good as you, in the new era, she is not worthless to you now. Therefore, you need to tell her what you need from her. First, don't say, I need respect, I need space. The meaning of these words is, play on your own, and don't make a mess. Second, you can express what you really need. You need your mom to cook something delicious, and you need your mom to do something for you. Many people think that the best way to treat their parents is to let them enjoy themselves. In fact, daring to trouble them is a good way to give them a sense of value and participation. Third, if nothing is needed, express what you have got. What is your mother still doing for you now? Is it cooking for you, or giving you money? Are you taking care of your baby, or giving you a haven at home? You can let her know that you still need her. When she feels involved, she doesn't need to use suggestions to participate. So what should I do now? You can still care about her. Mom just wants to have a link with you. Before, in her eyes, she was a strong person with methods and experience, and you were weak and ignorant, so she would use her advice to help you. But now it's the other way around, you're a more knowledgeable and more viable person than she is. Your social function has grown up, so can your mental level. The proof of growing up is not, leave me alone. It is the rebellion of adolescence. The evidence of growing up is, learn to care about others. You can ask her, how did you resolve the conflict with your father recently? What difficulties have you encountered at work? Have you ever been laughed at by your neighbors? Is there anything I can do to help you? Or you care about her, the way she does. You don't stay idle at home all the time, it's not good for your health. You look at your body, you should. A gentler way is to, before, it was you who cared about me, and you took care of me. Now that I'm older, it's my turn to care about you. Before, you were always worrying about my affairs, and wishing me well. Now, I want to worry about your business, I hope you are well. Complaining is just to establish a relationship with the other party, to be intimate with the other party, to talk to the other party, and to be accompanied. But as a person with high self-esteem, these are simply not spoken, or even realized. It can only be isolated and defended by complaining. To be responded to and accompanied by a high self-esteem way. If you want to be at peace with each find new ways to connect instead of complaining, not blocking. If you can't find it, you can choose to stay away to isolate or learn new ways to increase your interaction. Blocking doesn't stop the other person from complaining, it just falls into the other person's subconscious trap and keeps your relationship going round by round until each other is exhausted. Here's what I'm sharing with you today. If you are interested in dealing with relationships, welcome to subscribe to my channel.